What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap content. I got the nephew with me. What's up, nephew?
What's up? AKA her assistant. AKA her helper.
Anything else, sir?
Subscribe.
Thank you for coming through for our Home Alone 3 review, okay? I enjoy doing these. How about you? You enjoy
Yeah,
it?
especially Home Alone 2. We got a lot of got like 20 something
The number's not right, but we definitely had fun reviewing the previous two Home Alones. I feel that they're the favorites of all of the Home Alones, but we enjoyed this one too, right?
This one's actually maybe it's hard.
It's hard.
Kevin or Alex? Well, big Kevin, because I'm a Home Alone 4. It's a little Kevin.
Yeah. So we're going to get into it, you guys. Before we do, please, if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe, do all the things to support the channel. Okay. So we're going to get right into Home Alone 3, right? So I like the fact that they kept the intro, the same music and the same intro.
Hey, that's my job.
Oh. Excuse me, guys. Apparently, he's the boss. Okay, he's the boss of what's going on up in here, right? So I do like that they kept that, even though it's no longer Kevin, no longer the McAllisters. They still kind of kept the same thread in terms of, making it feel familiar.
Can I say this part?
What?
So basically right now, these 4 people are a group of a bad guy organization, and they have a chip inside their car, like it's like a toy car to hide it for security in the baggage. But then they swap it out with one of the neighbors close to Kevin. But then their group is actually that missile chip. They're gonna put in a missile, and they'll make the missile unstoppable to anti-aircraft defenses.
That was perfect. Excuse me. All right. So yes, he pretty much laid out what we're dealing with, people. We got 4 bad guys and 1 little Alex. Okay, so this is different. The stakes are higher in this Home Alone because Kevin had 2, I would say, idiot robbers. Now we're dealing with
2 dumb robbers.
No, 4. We have 4.
Well, 2 dumb. Well,
2 seem like they're not that bright, but then the other 2, the leader and the woman, they actually seem like they have some common sense. Yeah, the other 2, they seem kind of useless. They kind of bringing down the group. But yes, so, and we started off in Hong Kong. So when they showed that we were in Hong Kong, out of the country, that really made it feel like this is serious. This is Home Alone. Where are you guys taking us, right? So they're pretty much are tasked with obtaining this missile chip, which they actually get the missile chip because, like you said, whoever possesses it can dominate the world, right? And it can't be stopped.
Well, I said they could dominate
the region, right? Yeah, the region, yeah. So $10 million, that's a lot of money, right? Well, you think that's enough or not enough money, in terms of the missile chip? Do you think it's worth more than that?
Let's see here. The missile chip is a threat to America, so I would say it'll be worth $20 million.
20 million. America's worth $20 million. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Okay, America being worth $20 million. Okay.
Well, the whole America will be worth billions of dollars.
Oh, so what part of America is 20 million?
Like a state.
Oh, just one state. Okay, but we have 50 states, so that's giving billions. That's giving billions, right?
Billions.
So
yes. There.
So the crew, they get the missile from Silicon Valley, California, but they take a flight into San Francisco, and that's where it was a mix-up because they put the missile chip in a toy car, and they put the toy car in a common shopping bag, and some old lady took the bag, and now they're in a frantic trying to find who has the bag, right? So they searched the entire airport, and they finally find the person who has the bag, but she's leaving in the cab. But they had enough sense to
take a picture because they had like a little circle stone they're doing on watching it like
they took a picture of the license plate of the cab, and then they found the cab driver, and he was kind of like an old guy, but he was able to let them know what street he dropped the lady off on. He was describing the house, and he also stated it's the only house in the driveway that wasn't shoveled. But when we're introduced to Kevin, he's shoveling, Mrs. Hess's garage. Mm-hmm. So now they really don't know who house it is, and there's 14 houses on that block. Do you have anything to add regarding what we just talked about? You pretty much just laid out everything, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Mrs. Hess is the old lady that actually had the toy car with the missile chip, but she gave the car to Alex for payment for shoveling the snow. Kevin. I know, right? It's hard to kind of get over Kevin a little bit.
I know.
But would you accept the toy car for shoveling snow?
Yeah.
You think that was a good form of payment?
But I'm kind of confused because
What's up, Torian? Hey.
Because you put because there's already a motherboard in there, mm-hmm. but then there's another motherboard in there. Mm-hmm. So what's gonna happen if there's two motherboards in there? Because the motherboard is like the brain of the system, so it's gonna have two mm-hmm. brains. So what's gonna happen? That I don't think that would have usually happened. It would have gone crazy probably.
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe we should find the director and the writers and ask them that. Well, the more so the writers, right? Torian, what did you have to say? You said Home Alone 3 typically gets overlooked because Macaulay is not in the role anymore, but it was pretty good in my opinion. Exactly. We enjoy it. Like, I don't know why it gets overlooked. I mean, the first two were just so good, right? So I understand that, but people cannot sleep on the third Home Alone. Like, they shouldn't. It's really good.
For once you didn't, well, for the last like 3 movies you didn't, well, all the movies you didn't sleep, so congrats.
So you guys, I have a thing lately because I be so tired, and we watch movies sometimes, and he's pretty much calling me out on the internet and telling the world that I be falling asleep during movies.
I can't blame her.
They're not like new movies. There's movies that I've either seen before or. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you telling the world I be tired and be falling asleep during the movies. But he's congratulating me that I have not fell asleep. Actually, I've been getting more rest. That's why. And then, too, I just love Home Alones. Like, I'm not falling asleep during Home Alone. Like, what are we doing here?
Classic.
It's classic. We're not doing that. I look forward to watching Home Alone on the holidays. Like, I watch it throughout the year, but holidays, got to watch Home Alone. Torian, he said the one thing they did keep was that it still took place in Chicago, just in another part. Yeah, exactly. I like that part, though. I like that. I didn't mind. But they also kind of gave us element of, like, the stakes are being higher by, like, introducing Hong Kong and Silicon Valley. Like, we're dealing with some big leagues here, not just Harry and Marv, because they were just kind of like local little criminals, right?
Little crooks. Marv?
Go ahead, say it.
Okay. So Talon, wait.
Go ahead. Your favorite line?
Oh, Marv. Being scammed by kindergartner.
He said kindergarten. No, we've been scammed by kindergarten.
And then the other one was saying all the stuff that they did, leaving the water on, flying in the basements and stuff.
Yeah, they weren't bright. They had calling cards. We don't want to do that. Anywho, so the team, they arrived at the street that the cab driver gave them, but now, they realize, okay, everybody has shoveled grass, so we don't know what house it is. So they have a plan to kind of come back in the morning when everybody's pretty much at work to do their little surveillance to figure out where the car is. Okay. So Kevin, he goes back in his house, and we're introduced to his family. So he has 2 busy parents, apparently, and a brother and a sister. What was your overall, like, impression or opinion of Alex's family? I hope I didn't say Kevin.
You said Alex.
I just say Alex. Okay. So how did you feel about Alex's family?
I feel like Alex. Well, I feel like it's kind of messing my brain because like Home Alone 3 was made after Home Alone 2, but but the brother kept Alex's brother looked like but like a young version of Buzz.
Yeah, they kind of have like a same haircut.
So
maybe they call him Buzz because he had like a buzz cut. You know what a buzz cut is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably why, because of their haircut. Hey Andres, I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Or is it Andres? He said, I thought this movie was all right when I watched it. Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. Like I said, when in terms of my opinion of my ranking of all the Home Alones, they're pretty much in order. 1 is my favorite, 2 is, my second favorite, and 3 is my third favorite. We'll get into 4 on Monday, you guys.
I hate 4.
Oh gosh. Sorry, this is an honest kid review. It's an honest kid review. So he gonna tell you how he feels, but we gonna get on into that on
next Saturday.
Monday. We're trying to do this before Christmas, so we're doing it on Monday.
Next Monday. So see you.
He said that's really not my name. My name is Michael Watson. Okay, thank you for letting us know, Michael. Yes. So
Michael. Kevin,
we see his family, and he realizes he has the chicken pox. Which is the worst. You haven't had a chicken pox, but I don't even know if that's like a common thing anymore. Like, anybody in the chat knows anyone that's had the chicken pox in the past 10, 15 years? Like, I've had it because my cousin, he lived with us when we were in New York, and he caught it from his classmate. And then he brought it home, and we tried. When you have the chicken pox, you kind of have to quarantine because it's like very contagious. So you pretty much kind of like COVID. Yeah. So
wait, how do people it's like, how do you get, because what happens if you're quarantined for a long time, like your own virus, and then you run out of food at some point?
Well, in this situation with my cousin, like, we quarantined him like in his room, but we just made sure, my mom made sure, that he had food. And we, like when I've had COVID, like, I'll stay in the room, but uncle will make sure I have food and bring it to me, or I'll just try to stay away from you guys so you guys won't catch it. So that's kind of what you have to do with chicken pox. And then you can also take a bath in like what is called calamine lotion, and that kind of helps with the itch. But yeah, it's horrible. I hated having the chicken pox. And then you couldn't go to school. And I think when I got it, you know what annoyed me?
What?
When my cousin had it, because he was in the 7th grade. I think I was in 3rd grade. We went to the same school because our school went from kindergarten to 8th grade. So every day I offered, I'm like, Mom, do you want me to get his homework? Do you want me to get his homework from his teachers? And she would be like, no, no, no. And then when I got the chicken pox, she told him to go get all my homework every day. That's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't get a break. I could not get a break.
Well, but at least I was paid off.
Oh, well, look at you. Look at you enlightening me. You know, right? I'm going to be quiet. Torian, you said I didn't like the 4th one either. That one doesn't exist to me. So, we was told it was actually 6. So
it was
I know it is Leaf 5 because I saw an advertisement of one. I think it came out this year. I'm not sure. I didn't do much research. Andres, you said RP to the actor Burton Jernigan. Oh, did he recently pass? Oh, that's sad. I don't know.
Burton Jernigan.
He's one of the bad guys that's in this movie. Yes, Joe Block. Yeah, we remember you. Torian, you said I didn't know where the 5th and 6th one is. Yeah, they don't exist. Yeah, it's like
where is it?
Yeah, where is it? I don't know. What are you saying? You didn't really like Home Alone 3. Oh, really, Joe? Well, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. So he realized he had the chicken pox. So he's, I can't remember his exact age. Did we hear how old he was? He was given like
he was 8.
He was 8. He was a small 8. I think he's small for his age, right?
Yeah. So
he's 8, and the next morning his mom decides to stay home to take care of him. But she's still working from home. She's working from home, which was kind of, I won't say out of the ordinary, but now it's more common because of COVID, that kind of taught people that we can actually work from home. So someone in her company is in town and it's very important for her to be at work. So she reluctantly agrees to go into the office just for an hour or so. And she asked Mrs. Hess to watch, Alex. How do you feel about Mrs. Hess? Like, what was your first impression of her?
My first impression was.
Be honest. Be honest.
I'm trying to think. I didn't really thought of that question.
You didn't think? Okay, well, I'm asking. Like, what do you think about Mrs. Hess? Like, from like the airport to how she talked to Kevin. I'm sorry, Alex. Like, how do you feel about her? How would you describe her?
She almost became a cheapskate. She almost became Frank by almost scamming Kevin.
Push Alex. I know, right? Well, it's gonna take us a minute to switch our brains from Kevin to Alex. Sorry, you guys.
Whenever Home Alone 4, we're gonna have to switch from Alex to Kevin again.
It's stressful. This is stressful, you guys. Andreas, you said, so like, are you going to watch the movie again? Which movie? Let us know. Joe Blocks, you said never watch Home Alone 6. It's eye hurting bad. Okay, we're gonna take you. If you want to go through it, I would be down.
I'll sacrifice for the fam.
We'll sacrifice. Okay, we're gonna pinky swear we're gonna sacrifice. So we see, okay, it's morning time. So the crew, they're surveilling the neighborhood, like they said there was, and then we saw the woman. And I wrote their names down, but I forgot. The woman in the crew, she pretends to be.
Well, there's two lookouts.
Yeah.
The woman was walking a dog, and then there was somebody. It looks like he was running, and then there's one guy. It looks like a construction worker vehicle, and it has like one of those cranes. And then he was on there. He was taking pictures inside the windows and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like toot, toot, toot.
And she actually bought a house on their street too.
Yeah.
Like they were really dedicated. $10 million.
That can get you far.
I know that would get you far, right? So
the mission has a budget, but that budget is way too high.
The budget is way too high.
Wow.
What's up, Cobra? Is it Cobra Kai Theaters? You said, hey guys, I think Home Alone 3 is underrated. Yeah, we were just saying that. We definitely think people need to give it its props. Joe Block said I was at a hotel and it was like, hey, a hotel Home Alone movie would be cool. That's totally hasn't been done before. I don't know. I wouldn't be, opposed to that. Even though Home Alone 2 kind of took place in some aspect, but not like the pranks, but he was in a hotel. So I see what you're saying.
I mean, the pranks in the hotel,
that would kind of be fire.
But he'll be risking more lives.
That's true. That's
Look at the blowtorches.
That's responsible, yeah, because the things that these kids put these adults through, I don't know, because anybody can walk through the door. Like, it's so many variables. Like, that would be kind of interesting. You don't want to, hurt innocent people. So that's good thinking too. So Alex, he sees the crew members peeking in like the neighbors, houses. Actually, it was a Stephen's house at first. And this is what, like a neighborhood where everybody knows everyone. You know whose house they're very close knit, or at least very familiar with each other. And that's kind of how it is in those type of neighborhoods. So he calls the police, did the responsible thing. Would you have called the police if you saw a strange person in your neighbor's house? Or would you mind your business?
First, take pictures first.
Take pictures, okay. That's smart.
Then call the police.
Then call the police. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. So he calls the police and the crew escape before the police get there, or before they don't get caught. And so the cops arrive.
Well, one of them almost does not make it.
Well, that's the second time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the cops arrive at the neighbors. They don't find anything. So they pretty much call it a false alarm. So the mom is upset because the neighbor, she has to replace, or the parents have to replace the neighbor's door. But I noticed one thing with the cops. They're like very aggressive with the neighbors' houses. Like they're just ramming in the door. Like I don't know. I feel like there could have been a more sophisticated, way, a professional way to open somebody's door instead of like kicking it in. That was weird.
Bostic side-eye?
Bostic side-eye. But yeah, that was kind of weird. But Alex, he was frustrated because he looks, how would you feel if you try to do the right thing and nobody believed you?
I would feel unappreciated.
Unappreciated? Yeah, I get it. Andreas,
And I'll probably be not talking to anybody for a next.
You'll stay to yourself
and give everybody a Bostic side-eye probably.
Which Home Alone traps did y'all like the best? And this one, we'll get into it once we get to that part, because I want to ask him that question too. You like the second one best? Okay, yeah, they're pretty much neck and neck. Honestly, I just feel like Home Alone 1 was just it's just more classic to me for some reason.
Because he was in his territory, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like being outside your territory, because you don't know the battleground. Because if you know the battleground, you get the higher advantage.
Yeah. Torian, you said, did I peep the actress who played his sister, Scarlett Johansson? Yes. I forgot all about that. And I was looking at the credits. I was like, that was Scarlett Johansson. Like, how did I miss that? Well, she was young then. So, but yeah, I definitely peeped that. I like that little fun fact. That was so cute. So next morning, we are in New York and the FBI is talking about the same crew and how they need to obtain this chip is so important. Now the FBI is involved. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel like the military should have gotten involved. Because let's see here. The FBI, I don't think they control the anti-aircraft defenses. I feel like that's the military job. And plus, the military has higher tech and can track them down better than FBI.
Yeah. So, and also,
the military trains, they like train some special task forces in the military. They train they have a helicopter. They drop the rope down. They go quickly. It takes like 3 seconds for them to come down. So then they'll be able to catch the crooks more easily. Because they had to get away. They had to get a way car and to look out. So.
Yeah. Great insight. Joe Block said, once I saw a video, basically a skit about the pitch meeting behind the study of the making of the movie. And when the guy started pitching it, the other guy was like, are you sure you're not pitching Die Hard?
What?
That's interesting. That's another movie, but that's like more like an action movie. So maybe when you're older, you can watch it. I'm not sure like what the rating is, but it's probably PG-13. Not sure. It's been a while. Yeah, FBI, open up.
I love being on the table. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
FBI, open up.
So, like I said, this is the second day that we're, into now. And Alex, he's surveilling the neighborhood, seeing what's going on.
With a little telescope.
Yes, that's telescope. I love telescopes, don't you? Yeah. So he's surveilling the neighborhood and he sees a crew member in another house.
Another one.
Another one. Another one. So he pages his dad at the airport because his dad went on a business meeting. That was a kind of funny scene when his dad was leaving and he forgot to wear his pants. Was that pretty funny?
He was like, I think it was like, where's the card? And he was like, in my wallet. And then he said, where's your wallet? In my pants. And then he said, where are your pants?
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Andres, you said I would do the same thing if I was home alone, then go back into the house. Yeah. So he pages his mom and his dad. Are you familiar with what a pager is?
No.
It's not complex, but this was kind of the thing before like cell phones became common. So it's kind of a way for you to be able to communicate. It's like a little device that you can kind of page like messages or kind of alert people. Well, I'll give you a brief little lesson on pagers another day. But yeah, they were really popular like in the 80s and the 90s. As you call it, the late 1900s. So he tried to change his actions by contacting his parents, and he calls the police.
And then a little beeper shows 9, and then shows like beep beep beep, and it shows 911.
Yeah.
And then that was like,
So the police arrive, and the crew leader, he couldn't leave the house in time, so he was hiding in the basement ceiling. Like, how did you feel about that?
I feel like, first of all, according to my calculations, the police should check every single inch of that house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, how did he break the laws of physics, gravity, and life? Because he has to breathe at some point to get up there. Because people think this is what he did. Ladder, boop, bop, and then he came back up.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
Yeah, I think that's hard to do, but it is. I mean, he did it, so it is physically possible, but I don't think that can happen lightly without you like starting to shake a little bit and possibly fall down and make noise and then get caught. But this is a movie, so we're gonna let it slide for this one.
Let it slide.
We'll let it slide. But of course, the police didn't find anything, so another quote unquote false alarm.
You get 3 strikes. Yeah, 1 strike.
I know. Well, he got 2 strikes. It's the second time, right? So the cops, they actually have a conversation with with Alex. They're pretty much trying to explain to him like calling the police is serious business. And so the mom asked him to apologize. He's like, "Well, I'm sorry for being a good citizen."
Bro speaks true facts.
True facts. Like he was really trying to save his community. Oh God, so frustration. The frustration is brewing, right?
I know. I hate when movies make me so frustrated. I get annoyed here. But most like some movies go here. It's like I almost want to turn this off. To here. I hate you, directors. I hate you, right?
All right, don't use the word hate. Don't use the word hate. So he's upset. The parents have to repair another door because the police are being very reckless with these neighbors' houses. And
that's the police's fault. I feel like that's the thing that the police should do.
Yeah, and so
you can just use a pick lock these days.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I was thinking. Just pick the lock.
Jam.
Because that should take the same amount of time because you guys, they should be trained in that. Or some police departments have, people that they have that professionally pick locks. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I know that probably take more time because you have to.
Because back then, back then they weren't as secure as the ones that we have right now. We have, we have like because there's like a code on there, but then it locks down here, so you can't get a paper clip just jam it here because the lock's down here.
Yeah.
But back then it was just straight.
Yeah, Andrea said I was left home alone when I was 14. Now I'm 20. And my mom and dad said, do not open the doors for nobody, which is a common thing to say as a parent when you're leaving your child. Yeah. When I was younger, if I was home alone, I would get all these instructions. I would, you don't answer the phone. You don't open the door. Just pretty much act like you're not home. Just.
How are you supposed to do that? You just don't watch TV?
Yeah, and watch TV low so nobody can like hear you, being in the house because you want to make sure that, you're not.
But when it says you're not outside the house, you probably want to have high. So, you take the channel with a lot of people on it talking at once. So then the robber might be like, oh, there's so much people in here.
Yeah, well, not just for robbers, just in general. You just don't want people to know that you're home alone to protect you as the kid and the parent, because you can kind of get in trouble as a parent for leaving your child at home, depending on how old the child is, you know.
Does it have to be 18 or over?
No, I think people, parents kind of determine at what age a kid is responsible enough to be left at home. I feel like it was more common when I was younger. Like right now, I don't think I'll feel comfortable leaving you at home, but I've been left alone plenty of times. And plus, girls mature faster than boys too. Sorry, no shade.
I am very mature. First off, Uncle's basically it's like because he's working right now. So.
Yes, okay, but still.
So basically, I'm home alone almost.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not home alone if an adult is in the house with you, and you have your cell phone. See, I didn't have any cell phone.
But I rarely. I don't even text you.
Yeah, but I call you almost every hour if I am not home. Mm-hmm.
But still.
All right, that's enough. No shade, though. No shade. But I think you are responsible enough to be home alone. I'm just nervous since you've been watching Home Alone that you'll try all these elaborate things to secure the house, and you won't need to do that. We have an alarm system. We have all these things. So
I'm just gonna call the police. People, we're in 2024. Get woke. We have tech. We have tech on TV. It's not 1983.
I know. We have tech. You're right. Andrea said, I will be going to bed in 9 minutes if it was a school night when I'm on Christmas. Yes. Thank God for the Christmas breaks.
Thank the gods.
So, yes. So the family is giving Alex a hard time. Even the siblings are picking on him because
the siblings said, you know, Alex, when you call the police twice, it goes on your criminal record. But that's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah. And the one difference that is also noted in this Home Alone is that it seems like the parents, even though they're in a nice neighborhood, they don't seem as quote unquote like rich or financially stable as Kevin's parents because, you know, the mom, she kind of like, I don't want to say cursed out, but she, you know, told her boss, like, you're making me, you know, choose between
taking care of my 6 son at home
or having a job. Yeah. So
that boss, 0 stars.
0 star rating for the boss.
I'm sending a complaint.
Yes. And they're annoyed about, you know, replacing the doors, even though I feel like Kevin's parents would have been annoyed, but it seems like it's more of a financial struggle, you know, or hardship for these parents to care and replacing doors are probably pretty expensive, especially in this neighborhood. Probably a couple $1,000s each door. You don't know.
It's just a door.
But doors are expensive because you have to have the material. You have to, you know, customize a door because it's not just a basic door. And then the labor, actually the people coming out to repair the door, that's a lot of, you know, that's where a lot of the bulk of the money probably comes from. The labor is a lot. So
it's just a door.
I know.
It's just 6 it's just 6 feet wide and 9 feet tall. It's not that difficult. Really
so Alex, he's in his room, he, you know, he's frustrated and he figures out that the crew is looking for something specific. And they're not going to be done in his neighborhood. So he kind of makes a map and he figures out like, okay, they went to Steven's house. They went to this neighbor's house. So he pretty much predicts the next house that they're going to be at. So the next morning he creates like a little surveillance situation with his camcorder, his TV, and he uses the remote control car to pretty much, you know, he has a camera taped to it. And he goes to the neighbor's house and the crew leader, they finds, you know, they're in the house. That was kind of like a funny scene. He finds the car in the house and he's like, I'm being recorded.
And then he starts to walk away. And then, okay. So he's like, and then comes like, ah!
Yeah.
And like, ah! but why did he just grab him?
Yeah.
Because he gave it a couple times. Because he fell out of the chair. He got back on his chair. A couple times. Because he could have grabbed him already. He backs up. And then while he's driving, well, actually before that, there were stairs. So then he went reverse, and then the carpet went down. There was like a little carpet on the stairs. But then he started turning and turning and turning. a basket. The other guy knocked the basket over, and then the clothes fell on him. But then he started playing like playing something, I think.
Oh yeah, because he was controlling
the TV.
The TV. That was cool. I do like some of the things that Kevin did. They kind of incorporated in this one, like how Kevin was kind of using the movie that he was watching to kind of pretend that people were in the house. So they kind of use some of the same thing, not a lot, but they kind of use little touches from Home Alone 1 and 2 and incorporate it into Home Alone 3.
But then they get outside. They capture the car, but they take out the recordings.
Yes.
So all of Kevin's work.
Angels with Filthy Souls. That was the name of the movie that Kevin was watching.
All of them. All the work. All the recording gone.
Yeah, all the record. He took the tape. The robber took not really robber, but the
bad guy.
The bad guy took the tape. Andrea said Kevin gets caught at the end of 1 and 2, but then the neighbor and the pigeon lady saved him. But Home Alone 3, Alex used Peter's gun against him and scared him away. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
What was it actually Peter's gun? He painted it and changed it disguise. So
I think he did use his gun because remember he spray painted one gun because Peter had a gun at Alex, which was Alex's like not a BB gun, but it was like a fake gun. And then
it shot a plunger.
Yeah, I forgot what those type of guns are called, but it's like a toy gun. So the crew leader, you say he grabbed the tape, but Kevin he gets the car back
because when they take out, it goes. The mark goes on her face. She gets a face tattoo for free.
Yeah,
and then he starts to go back. So start chasing him. He goes down the alleys and stuff. But then they're chasing him. They just like I got it. Boom.
Yeah.
Their heads get bumped. And also he was running there at the car. Had to on the sidewalk because the toy car was going under the van, aka the getaway car. And then the car ran into the other guy who was chasing the car, the old guy. Yeah.
So Alex was pretty good, controlling that car. Have you ever had a remote control? Yeah, you have had.
Yeah.
We actually, I forgot we did.
You buy me two. I'm pretty sure the first time you bought me one, it was just going like back and forth. But the second time, it was like a transformer.
Yeah, that was cool. We need to bring that toy back out. We all. That's what we need to do. Starting next Christmas.
It was a Lamborghini transformer. I think
next Christmas. How about I'll rewrap the gifts that I bought you years before. And then we replay with them, right? That should be fun.
Get some more like controllers. So we have the mega control car, and then we have the one go.
I think we need to do that
like
so we can
battle,
reuse these toys.
And then we can record it.
Okay, so.
But then after that, he there's like a little snowing. It's like a little ramp. He goes, the car.
So he gets the car back and he's looking in the car because he's like, okay, they got the tape. Why were they still chasing the car? So he opens up the car and that's where he finds the chip with the Air Force name on it.
He calls the number.
He calls the recruiting office.
Yeah, the recruiting office, and it says, "Kid, lots of Air Force cars have the lots of Air Force toys have the name Air Force."
So he kind of, brushed them off, but he still took the information, which was good. So later that night, the crew, they was at the house that they bought, and they were kind of just trying to, recap, like, hey, what is going on? Like, we're being recorded. So she realizes, like, this must be a kid. She kind of pretty much break down everything because
he says he called the cops twice. They didn't believe him, so then the kid takes matters into his own
hands. Yeah, so she actually is pretty smart, right? So Mr. Berkoop, who's like the leader, he gets a call, and the person on the other end says, "Hey, you either have to find the chip in 24 hours, or they will be nullified." Okay, so that pretty much means they will be out of here.
They'll be executed.
Yeah, so that's kind of.
It's just a computer chip, too.
But we know there is $10 million at stake.
I know, but still, you look so rich. You have all those fancy clothes. I mean, that's like 1 cent.
But we also know that whoever possesses this contains a lot of control. So, they want the control. So to them, it's worth it, even though we know it's not a good thing to do. So the woman crew member,
dirty minded because they're not that smart and they got F's in school. That's because that's how bad guys start.
Yeah, getting F's in school is how bad guys start.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Because they don't get good grades. They said become robbers, so that's the only way they get money. Because they get like low level jobs, so they don't get paid that much.
That's some good insight. So the woman crew member, she decides to call Alex's mom because they realized the house. And she pretty much pretended that she was the mother of his classmate and pretended that Alex may have gotten her son's car, what have you. So Alex was like, oh my God, they can intercept calls. And he hangs up on the lady. So how do you feel about her, kind of pretending that she's somebody else so she can kind of confirm that, Alex has that car?
How rude.
That was rude. Yeah. Rude. Yeah, it was rude. So Alex at this point, he's pretty much defeated. He's like frustrated and, no one will believe him. So he was like, you know what? It's booby trap time. Like, I'm tired of playing with these people because he realized, like, looking at his little chart that his house, is going to be next because they kind of confirmed that he's behind it.
DNA.
He has the Kevin DNA. I don't know. Maybe down the line they're relatives in some way. You never know.
And also, this happened in the same at least 4 years. Because the president, I'm not saying the name. It was a different name though. Like it started with K. But it was not the president of that time.
You talking about Hoover?
Yeah. Well, no, I thought
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it was Mr. Hoover.
Well, that they talked about in this movie.
Yeah, and also they talked about it in
Home Alone 2.
Because he saw Mr. Hoover.
Well, he didn't see him. He said he stayed on that hotel floor, the same hotel floor. So
but I thought they shook hands and told.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's say Andrea said, for some reason, I want to see a Home Alone movies where the bad guys win for once, but they get arrested. I don't want them to win. I want the kid to win. But I understand what you're talking about, is your opinion. But no, I'm rooting for the kids if it's a good kid. And then, for the most part, they're going to be good because they're trying to protect their family.
So you wish the kid would die if he's a bad kid?
No, I'm not saying die. But I'm saying I want the bad guys to see. The bad guys don't necessarily have to hurt the kid for them to win, but I want the kid to win on, some level. Regardless, I want the kid to win, but if they're especially a good kid, because you got to be a good kid if you're trying to defeat robbers, right?
I mean, if you're just being a jerk and doing it for fun, maybe that's not good.
I'm never going to root for the robbers. I'm never going to root for the bad guys.
I'm never going to root for the bad guys.
Andre said, robbing the house and keeping the kid alive. Oh, hey, that's not a bad twist. That's not a bad twist at all. So the next morning, the crew approaches and it's attack time.
The crew approaches and
they have technology, like it's a serious situation, but
it's giving FBI open up vibes for real.
So the woman comes over with the dog, and he mentioned Alex that his classmate's dog was stolen, and she actually stole his classmate's dog. So he used a dog whistle to pretty much.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Window.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dog whistle. Whistle.
Mm-hmm.
comes outside because it wrapped around the lady then.
Yeah, the dog collar, leash wrapped around the woman because she was knocking on the door, but the mom was still home and she was in the shower. And I was getting nervous at this point because I'm like, hold up, this is getting close for comfort. But
it comes the whistle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he uses the dog whistle to kind of hurt, and the dog drags the lady.
It's delayed karma, people.
Delayed karma. That's what I'm talking about. So, the mom is heading for work though, but she didn't like the idea of him being alone. Like, this is the third day. What would you do if I left you home alone during the daytime? What's your top 5 to-do list? I'm going to be home alone for 8 hours. And you don't have to protect the house.
Whew.
Real quick.
Let's see here. Let's see here. This is hard. I never thought of this. Okay.
You have it?
I haven't, sadly.
Okay. What's the first thing you do? What one of the things you would do if you was home alone?
Well, I was home alone. I'll plan my day.
You'll plan your day.
Start off with what was like today, like a winter break. TV.
Mm-hmm.
If Uncle lets me.
Mm-hmm.
PS4.
Okay. TV, PS4. Okay.
And then a lunch snack.
A lunch snack. Okay.
Then a couple minutes. Like maybe an hour later, I get actual healthy snack.
Oh, a healthy snack. Home alone, healthy snack. Okay, I like where it's going. What else?
Then and then more PS4.
More PS4.
Then
okay.
I turn off the PS4 and go on the TV.
Oh, that's a pretty calm day. Is that what you're just telling me? Yeah, no. I don't like that. You're trying to scam me.
I'm not trying to scam. I'm not a scammer.
Okay.
I hate scamming.
Okay. I believe you. So the mom, she leaves for work and he sets up more traps around the house. It's knowing he has the chicken pox. Like, he's a pretty brave kid. Like, these two kids are him and Kevin. They're brave. And I can even say for Kevin, he wasn't even sick. Alex is sick with the chicken pox because the chicken pox can affect you mentally as well and tires you out, like, because you're exhausted. It's kind of like it's contagious, but it's like a
side effect.
Yeah, it could have some side effects. It depends on the person, but you look worse than you feel sometimes. But it's been a while, but I just remember I hated it because your whole body is itching. Like, you have red spots or brown spots, depending on how it shows up on your body.
How do you get the chicken spot?
I can't exactly pinpoint how it starts, but it's kind of like a wingworm. It's kind of like a fungus that is transferred from one person to another. That's a long thing. We can put that on a list of things that we can, do our research on. But
do we have a list?
Do
we have a list?
We're gonna create one.
That's all she got to say, people. We're gonna create one.
So the mom leaves for work and he has his parrot and his mouse helping him. Well, the mouse helping him. How do you feel about us now being introduced to like animals? Because Kevin didn't have animal helpers.
We saw the mouse earlier. When I was like the cat and I was like, watch you say stories, and it scared the cat away.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the addition of. I like the parrot. Really, the parrot was really funny.
The fireworks. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Joe Block said, "What would you do if you noticed your kid was left at home and when you went on a trip to the other side of the world?" So, thankfully, I have friends and family that are not too far, to where they can grab him up. And then we're in a different, he has his own cell phone, so he has a lot of technology options. So I would never do that though. It's only one of you here, so it's like Home Alone. They had a bunch of kids.
They had 11, maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would never forget about you.
Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras.
Sorry. No affection.
Cameras. Got it.
All right. So the crew, they actually did something smart. They cut down the street name, the street sign, and parked the car in the front of the street and put a mailbox there to make it seem like it was
it's not
just
suspicious, and it's like a driveway.
Yeah, so, they made it look like a driveway versus a street. That was kind of cool.
And then the tow truck company won't.
Yeah, well, not the tow truck company, but the snow shoveling vehicle. Yeah.
Oh, the snow shoveling vehicle.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly the name of the vehicle, but yeah, they shovel the snow. So I'm
pretty sure it's called snow plower or something.
Yeah, give me 5. Thank you, because I couldn't think of it. So the mom calls, Mrs. Hess, and she's, of course, Mrs. Hess is not happy about trying to look after Alex, but on the way to Alex's house, the crew, they kidnap her. Do you consider that kidnapping? Them taking Mrs. Hess to her garage and tying her up. That's kind of kidnapping, even though it's her house, right?
It's grown-up napping.
It's grown-up napping. Good one.
Grown
10. Grown-up napping. Okay. Because grown-ups like to nap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know that.
Wait. She was actually napping, or was she unconscious?
I don't think she was unconscious, but I just think she was like, she's old. It was cold.
She gave up on life.
I guess some form of unconsciousness. Joe Blocks, you said, what would be some of your own original Home Alone traps? Well, that's a good question.
Let's see here.
I don't know if you have to think about that because you kind of elaborate.
So first things first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Something because because the soap is super slippery when you mix it with water. Like the soap that I use to wash up. Yeah, the hand soap. Okay. And stuff.
Oh, you said wash up. You mean like the body wash or the hand?
The body wash.
Okay, yeah. So body wash. What you would use that for?
And I put water on it. As soon as they come in the door, they slip.
Oh, you put it on the floor.
Trap. Well, no, actually, that's what I'm gonna do with Kevin did. Ice.
But it's gonna be kind of hard because it don't really snow too often here. I know.
Every time it snowed, I was in South Carolina at the time. Every time it snowed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as soon as I came back, the snow melted.
Yeah, the snow melts. Snow don't last too often here. So yeah, you probably have to think, but that's a good question to maybe we'll think on that and we'll answer or we'll talk about that for Home Alone 4 review because that review probably won't be that long.
Turn it up to 100.
So
wait, turn volume to 100. Hold it right there.
So what's to 100? Oh, the volume?
Yeah.
Oh, so what movie would you use?
Let's see here. I can get like a recording.
Mm-hmm.
Because my uncle has a GTA clip. So then because it's easy to get police chasing you. All you have to do is shoot boy. But so then when the police chase you in GTA, they say LSPD, stop the vehicle immediately. I can play that clip.
Okay.
LSPD stop, and I can have like sounds of sirens of side effects using my phone.
Okay. Yeah, that's some good ideas. So now Mrs. Hess, she's tied up in her garage. So they tape her mouth and everything so she can't scream. So
I left my heart in San Francisco.
Yeah, they keep referencing because she said she left her bread in San Francisco. And the woman tell her that because she had bread in that bag. In her bag, she had bread. In their bag, they had a toy. So I want to say possibly this actress, Mrs. Hess, because I'm pretty sure she's a well-known actress and probably acted more when she was younger. I feel like that's kind of like them honoring possibly a movie she was in or a line that she's known for. I need to research that because I was questioning like why they keep saying that. And I'm just curious. I need to look up this actress because that may have been a movie she was in. Because sometimes that's kind of like a callback. Well, I would consider that a callback where, to honor the older actress or actor, they will kind of put little lines in the current movie to kind of like bring up their past works and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm going to look that up later. So the booby traps start, y'all. This is the good time. Okay, I love a good booby trap. So we see a bunch of things happening. Now this is harder. It's actually currently snowing. He's sick with the chicken pox. He has 4 people that he's trying to manage. One thing, he does have them on surveillance so he can see them on the outside, but he pretty much uses a lot of similar traps as Kevin. There are some differences, but we see electrocution. We see people falling from the floorboard.
Oh, wait, okay. This is what happened. So he's like, see how little strings. The other guy was like, I forgot how stupid kids were.
Yeah, he got electrocuted.
The other guy sits on the chair. He has little rounds of shotguns or something. They all explode.
Yeah,
and it gets all.
Be careful. Yeah. So he uses a lawnmower, marbles under the rug, the books, the chest of books that they hit him with outside. The trunk of books. Sorry, and not chest. Trunk.
Also, one of my favorite parts, the mud in the pot, because there was like mud.
Oh yeah.
It like you fall down. And then the pot hit her head. The second time, the pot fell on her face on her head, and the pot had a little face. So boop,
yeah,
it was a little mask.
My 2 favorites is the woman having to fall down the little laundry elevator chute. She fell with that, and then he did the switcheroo with the pool and a trampoline. That was fire.
You know what my favorites?
What's your favorite?
I have 3 favorites.
Okay.
Both electrocutions.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the one when he fell down all those stories and he hit the toilet.
Oh yeah.
A 4th one. When the paper was going on his head. Boop, boop, boop.
The what was going?
I'm like the sewage water.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. It was very funny. It was funny. It was
funny. Joe Block said, once I saw like a 20-minute video of someone straight up seriously ranting about how bad Home Alone is because how impossible and nonsensical things are. I think he thought he was trying to be realistic. It's not that deep, people. Just if you don't like it, just put it in the never ever watch list. That's all you got to do.
But Home Alone 4. They got so much opportunities.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Landon Wester's YouTube channel back up. What's up? You said Home Alone 3. I kind of like it. See, that's what I'm saying.
What's up, fellow YouTubers?
What's up? So I was thinking after all of these booby traps, like there was that too, but there was so much damage done to this house, like more damage than Kevin's house. Like Kevin, he probably had to sweep up some stuff, whatever, but Alex was doing some damage to his house. But luckily, I'm sure like the FBI paid for all that by the grace of, the FBI, because he did a lot of work. The parents would have been upset.
Because he caught the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And in return, he got like a 6 month of something.
We'll get into that. Andreas, you said the dude just a hater. I bet he's never been left alone before or was jealous of Kevin as a kid or something like that. It's some hate. Definitely some hate somewhere.
Or maybe just a nerd. Maybe just a nerd that that doesn't get no attention and wants the cool stuff to happen to him. Nerd alert.
Nerd alert.
You got it. Nerd alert.
So Alex's mom calls in the midst of these booby traps. And he tells her, do not come home. Like, take her time. Go pick up his siblings. Like, he was being very brave. Even Mr. Burkut, the leader of the crew, he was like, what a brave little boy.
No. Don't say like this.
That was perfect. He did kind of whisper, like he kind of admired him, but at the same time, his life is on the line. I'm like, I like you, what you did, kid, but you ain't getting away from this. But yeah, he definitely was showing bravery. So the FBI come to town and they arrive at his siblings' school. I wasn't sure. I don't think I'm assuming they didn't go to the same school, Alex and his older siblings, but he showed up at the school thinking that his brother was the one that called in the FBI chip information, but no, it was actually Alex. And he told her mom, like, Alex is in danger, but we can't get into specifics. She was like, no, you better tell me.
No. So he said something about it, and his sister slammed the door.
She slammed the door because he was like, no, you're not leaving this room without telling us.
She was like, it is my brother.
Yes.
For once, she cares about him.
Yeah, I think they cared about each other, but it's just on how they show it. They didn't really, it was mean to him, you know, but because you know how
always gets picked on.
I know.
I'm never gonna be like that because I'm the oldest. I'm gonna be the most mature, probably. Well, definitely. No.
Andre said, I feel bad for Alice and Burton. You said Earl and Peter deserved it. You said Alice was paralyzed after that fall at the end of the booby trap. Yeah, she was folded up like a pretzel. Like a pretzel.
No. The clowns fold the balloons.
Oh yeah, like a little clown balloon.
She was
discombobulated.
Yeah, discombobulated.
Yes. So they explained that, you know, these criminals, they stole the defense technology, and they actually work for this North Korean terrorist group. So, you know, as we saw,
started the 9/11.
Oh Lord, we're not gonna go into that, but no, that's a different part of the world. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about, because YouTube is sensitive about some of the words, so we're gonna be careful about talking about certain events. But we can talk about it when we get off the line, off air. Let's see here. Joe Block said, once I heard something in a video say, how can Home Alone 3 be a Home Alone movie if he's just left Home Alone for 1 hour? My response, because the whole movie was him home alone. That's the whole point. Why are people so damn picky? He was home. It don't say Home Alone for 3 days. No, it just says Home Alone. Like, why are people are really just nitpicky.
Blind.
Nitpicky. I'm home alone. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I'm home alone.
If you're home alone for a millisecond, that's still home alone.
Exactly.
If you're just home alone for a millisecond, but you're still home alone for a amount of time.
What's wrong with people?
Exactly.
Anywho, so yeah, I love the pranks. You know, they chose to keep some pranks from the first two. They created some additional ones, but overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank the booby trap / pranks in Home Alone 3 on a scale of 1 to 10? How good were they?
1 million.
1 million. I was watching you watch it. You was really enjoying those scenes. I don't know. I feel like you probably enjoyed the pranks in the third one more than the second one.
Yeah.
Do you like the
the toilet one? Then when they all like started, he's like, are you almost in there? And then he's like,
he said, don't. He was frustrated. Okay, so I know you remember the pranks from Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, Home Alone 3. How would you rank them? Who had the best? Which one had the best pranks?
3 is the top.
Okay.
1 is the middle.
Okay.
And then 2 is
okay. I probably agree with that a little bit.
I mean, I feel bad for 2, but 2 could have been.
But 2, I like the bricks when he was throwing the bricks.
I forgot about the bricks. The bricks. Wait. Home Alone 2. I like
that
what
might
they
be a
did.
tie.
In Home Alone 2, they like They remember what happened last year.
Oh, with the paint,
the stairs.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah.
Like, oh, he got me. But then when they actually start running up the stairs, they actually got hit.
Yeah. I
By the
think
giant
2 and
one.
3. Oh, I don't know. I like 3 a little more because there were more people he had to manage, and I like the bird. I don't know. I think my list is like yours probably. Joe Block said you can technically and physically never be home alone, even when it's just you alone, because you're always with someone, an object. Like you're not home alone, you're with walls, if that makes sense. Yeah, I definitely agree. Agree. He's saying you're not technically home alone because you have so many things with you, like that you can use and that you can have access to. It's a little deep. That's another thing. You got Siri, you got Alexa, you got a lot of babysitters. Okay.
No, I only got Siri.
You do have an Alexa, but I don't think you use it.
The Alexa's over there, but we don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little weird about certain technologies in the house. I'm kind of like a conspiracy theorist on some level, so I'm like, I don't really like certain technologies because what you're not going to do is turn on me, Alexa. I don't trust you, and I don't want you hearing and knowing my business. Okay.
I thought Siri's was actually it was too bad beginning, but it was just because my remote was running low on battery. So it's like on off.
Okay. All right. So we about to wrap this up. Joe Blocks, thank you so much for coming through. You said I gotta go. One last word from me though. I met a big fat chunky Bob.
What?
I'm confused. Big fat chunky Bob.
Bye, Joe Blocks.
I'm not sure that sounds for some reason that sounds familiar, but yeah. Andrea said also people only hate Home Alone 3 because Kevin is not in it. I agree. You said my response, Kevin is not supposed to be in every Home Alone movie. Why can't he replace another kid? At least that keeps the robbers. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I was struggling. Maybe this light. But yeah. No, we got about maybe 5 more minutes until we wrap up.
We're not leaving yet.
So
we're leaving soon.
So Alex, he pretty much is in a point where everybody's kind of messed up. We got 2 of the guys in the pool freezing as we speak.
And then at the end,
not currently, but as this movie where it is right now.
But they turn to little ballerinas because the ice chunk.
Yeah. And then the woman she's kind of stuck in the elevator chute, and
she got frozen like that.
Exactly. But the other guy, Mr. Bill Coop, he's we don't really know where he is right now. So Alex, he goes to Mrs. Hess's house. And I'm trying to remember, how did he know? Did they mention that they took Mrs. Hess? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember how Alex knew to go to her. I feel like the woman said something to Alex that tipped him off. Yeah, I think she said something about little old ladies or something. Yeah, I think she did pretty much she said something that insinuated that they did something to her. So he goes to Mrs. Hess's garage, and the door was open, the window was open, it was cold. He's trying to, just nurse her back to health. And he's kind of looking around. I feel like his instincts tell him like something wasn't right. And then we see
the robber pop out behind the blanket.
I know. The window. No, the door. Was it a blanket or a door?
But no, because he was hiding in there at the time.
Yeah.
And the cover came in the door. He was talking about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He came out. I'm pretty sure he had because he got spray painted.
Oh yeah, his eyes got spray painted like a little raccoon or something.
Yeah, he's a raccoon.
Or like a little cat burglar, a little burglar with sometimes burglars back in the day, they used to have little things to cover their eyes.
To cover their face because then they could just scan their face. But not all burglars wear gloves.
I can't see.
Not all burglars wear gloves because people can scan their fingerprints. People.
Yeah, that's important.
But how is each fingerprint different? Like
that's just how it is. Even twins, the only thing that can be physically different about twins, even though there's 2 different types of twins, but their fingerprints are always going to be different. Like you could see 2 twins that look exactly alike, but if you scan their fingerprints, they're going to be different.
I'm pretty sure the 2 different types of twins are a girl.
No, I'm talking about it's fraternal and
I'm pretty sure fraternal is like when it's like the same gender.
No. It's fraternal and identical. So
fraternal is when they have two different genders.
Yeah, or they just don't look anything alike. But identical means they look completely identical to each other. I don't think now. I don't
copy and paste
that part. So Alex, he's pretty much trying to cover him. Has we see the robber come out, and of course, he tries to point a gun at Alex's face, but Alex realizes like, oh no, that's not your gun. That's my gun. This is your gun. So he's dangling the gun. And it's weird because he scares the guy off, but I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the guy still had an opportunity to kind of still take the gun from Alex. What do you think?
Yeah, the bad guys ain't missing a lot of opportunities. Actually, the bad guys starting to. I feel like the bad guys are starting to turn into Kevin and the security guard in Home Alone 4, but they had so much opportunities, much better choices that they could make.
Yeah, well, I know you're seem like you're really stressed out about Home Alone 4. We'll get into that on Monday. I hope it doesn't become a whole rant session, but this is an honest kid review, so you're gonna get what you're gonna get. Andreas asked, who's more smarter, Alex or Kevin? I'm gonna have you answer that. I know that's hard. What are you doing? You doing math equations? 1 sec. Let me see if I can answer. Let me think about this. I feel like I asked myself this question. I don't know. It may be a tie.
No, I feel like it was Alex. Because Kevin never called the police.
Yeah, but remember for a minute the phone lines weren't working either.
Oh yeah, but also Alex, he used more stuff.
He has more technology, but you have to think about it. I can't remember. Home Alone was in 1990, and I think Home Alone 3 was in 1997. They were like almost. It was several years apart, so technology improved and increased by the time we had Home Alone 3.
Technology it improves every 5 years. Mm-hmm. There's a new growth of technology.
Exactly. So Alex had an advantage that Kevin did not have.
Wait, I just realized that this year is going to be new growth of technology.
Yeah, 2025, right? What do you think, Chat and Andreas? What do you think? Who was smarter? You said maybe both. Peter, Andrea said Peter was just stupid, just like the last robbers, and the rest of them had its facts. So the main guy, he gets quote unquote scared away, which was weird to me. But the FBI kind of shows up. We see the snowplowers, come down the street. We see all the emergency vehicles. We see ambulance. Everybody is coming.
No, there wasn't no ambulance. For some reason.
Are you sure? I thought
there was no ambulance.
Maybe it was the fire truck. Something.
It was the fire truck. There was no ambulance for some reason.
Okay.
But that doesn't make any sense. They're heavily armed robbers. They're armed with pistols. So there should have been an ambulance. And there's a kid.
Yeah. So the FBI comes and
the ambulance comes later.
Well, they were all at the same time. They was coming at the same time. They were like, this is like a trail. And we saw police vehicles. We saw the FBI. And then we saw, I would call them
the fire department.
I would call them emergency vehicles. So the FBI, they pretty much, approach Kevin. Alex. Alex gives. Alex gives the FBI the chip, and they pretty much commend him on how brave he was and how much this meant to them, and everybody's impressed. Everybody's impressed with Alex. I'm like, finally, justice. So he mentioned he only was able to get 3 of the bad guys, and he showed him a picture of.
Explain this part?
Yeah, hold on. Go ahead.
He showed a picture of the bad guys, and then later we see the Buzz's bird. He comes in on the the little remote control car.
Mm-hmm.
There was little piece of dynamite like in Bud's little chest. There was a piece of dynamite. Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, who was his name? I'm just gonna call him Buzz Jr.
Hey Inga, thank you for coming.
And then Buzz Jr.
Mm-hmm. Keep still.
But Buzz Jr. His stuff was like dynamite. So then he was like, no, don't light it because I had a match.
He tried to offer him a tracker. He was like, double or nothing.
And they started lighting the fire.
Yeah, so that's pretty much.
The police moves in, the fire department moves in. They're surrounded, and also there's like 16 police officers. They're pointing in the pool. Like,
yeah, they was grabbing up all the bad guys that Alex captured for them.
And then someone inside to carry the lady. But this doesn't make any sense. How was she frozen inside the house?
Well, she wasn't frozen. Her bones were, because remember she fell down.
Yeah, she was discombobulated.
Yeah, discombobulated. Inga said she never watched this version of Home Alone. I think you will like it, Inga. I think you will like it. You just have to separate yourself from being attached to Kevin. And then I think you will like it.
Alex. But if you watch Home Alone 4, be prepared for some annoying stuff. And also, you have to change it back to Kevin.
Yeah, so
it's very difficult, people.
Yeah, so later on that night, we see the dad. He's on his way home. We see the FBI. They're repairing the door. I'm pretty sure they could pretty much. It's going to take a couple of days to repair that whole house. But Alex was given a 6-figure reward. So that could anything, between $100,000 to $999,000. So that's paying for college for all the kids. Okay, all the things.
But the college costs $40,000. So,
well, it depends.
40 times 3 would be 120.
Yeah.
Then 120,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's not enough.
Well, no. Every college costs different, so it depends on the school that they choose, and it also depends on.
Oh yeah, they have like scholarship things?
Exactly. They have scholarships or so it varies. But when I went to school, when I graduated, my total bill was $40,000.
College be ripping off.
Yes.
Like, do you need that much?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So the dad returns home with a gift for Kevin. It was the same remote control car that he's been using. And he was like, what did he tell him? He said, you think you can handle this, or are you used to this? He was like, yeah, Dad, I know what I'm doing.
And then the parent's like, start your engines. And the parent started spinning around like 360, 360. And then he was like, rat overboard.
Yes.
It was so funny.
Inga, you said I want to check it out. I have to watch Home Alone 3 as well. Home Alone 1 and 2 are my favorites. That's facts. Yeah. They're all good. Well, Home Alones 1 through 3 are good. I really like 3.
Home Alone 4.
We're going to get into later. And then we see the 4 bad guys.
Wait, they took a picture together?
No, this is like an internet picture.
Oh.
But because, we saw snapshots of them individually, but this one we can kind of show all of them together. But this is probably kind of like a promotional video for promotional picture for the actual movie. But all is well. Everything worked out. Okay.
It worked.
Alex is a hero and the bad guys are gone. So scale of 1 to 10. What is your rating for Home Alone Trey? Home Alone 3.
Home Alone 3. AKA 3 in Spanish was
drum roll.
1,000,000 out of a killion, out of a jillion, out of a billion.
A scale of 1 to 10.
Obviously 10 out of 10 because it broke the meter.
Oh. So okay, so what do you give Home Alone 1 and 2?
I'll give them both 9.5 maybe.
So is Home Alone 3 your favorite?
Favorite.
Oh, I didn't know that. Favorite. I did not know that. I don't know why I didn't know that. Did you just now? This is the first time you telling me this?
No, it's like 100 times.
You didn't tell me no 100 times. I would have.
I did.
I did not know this was your favorite. Oh my God, I learned something new. Andrea's give it a 7. I think I'm gonna give it about a 7 too. I think that's a fair rating, honestly. What happened to Peter's hair? I know Peter's hair was a mess. That was when I got electrocuted, right? What happened to what? I'm trying to remember what happened to what prank caused that. Oh, he had a blowtorch, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was so much going on. It was so much going on.
You mean the Home Alone 2 or 1?
No, and this Home Alone.
No, there was no blowtorch.
I feel like the lawnmower. The lawnmower. Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, it was so much. It was so much.
You forget the lawnmower?
I'm so sorry.
At least he got a free haircut.
I don't think it's the haircut he wants.
He got scammed, people.
He got scammed, but yeah, that was Home Alone 3. How do you feel?
I feel good. But also, I feel sad.
Why do you feel sad?
Because that's the review of Home Alone 4.
Oh my gosh. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy.
Agony.
So on Monday, hopefully, if not Monday, definitely Tuesday. I'm gonna try.
Wednesday or Tuesday.
No, we're gonna do it before Christmas. Home Alone 4. So it's scheduled for Monday now, but it's a 25% chance it may be rescheduled for Tuesday. But I definitely will let you guys know by Monday morning.
Because 25%. Well, let you know, anything's possible. Because one day on the weather forecast, it was 3% because the school said it was 3% of precipitation. But then it started raining. How is that possible? So who knows? But how is that possible?
I don't know, sir. I don't know. Inga said y'all need to do a regular Saturday series. I think we're trying to do that. We still have to do the other cookie review, so. We're
Cookie
gonna
Crumbles Part 2?
Yeah, maybe Cookie Crumble Part 2 or Insomnia Cookies. We may have to do that.
Wait, whoa.
There's another cookie place.
Wait. And then another time we have the Cookie Crumbles and the other
Insomnia.
Insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can do a battle.
Yeah, we can do that too. That's a good idea.
All
right.
Mm-hmm. We can do like WWE. We can weigh all the 4 cookies or something like that. But on the left side, we have the crumble cookies weighing a total of 90 million pounds.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll be 90 million pounds. We eat cookies on a regular basis. But that is all, you guys. Thank you so much for coming through to our Home Alone 3 recap, review, reaction, discussion, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Please make sure you like the video. And Inka said you're a star. How do you feel about that?
I'm not a star. I am a supernova. Which is bigger than a star. It's like a bigger version of a star.
Oh, sorry, Inga. Your assessment was too low for him, apparently. But we appreciate the compliment.
Thank you.
Help. Oh, Lord, help me, God. All right. So we're going to call it a night.
Real quick ad. Please subscribe or else you're going to get cold for Christmas. And I mean it. I'll take all your presents and give them to charity.
Thank you, Inga, Andreas, everybody that was in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys spending your Saturday evening with us. And we will catch you on the next Home Alone review in a few days. Okay, well, until next time, toodles.
Peace, stay cool.
Hey, Whitney, Benny Bag of Donuts, how are you?